imagine you're walking down the streets that should be familiar. You hear a language you know by heart, and yet something just feels different. Have you ever returned to a place you once called home, only to find that you don't quite fit the way you used to? People around you ask, "How does it feel to be back?" And you hesitate, not knowing what to answer. While some other person asks, "Which place is better?" And that question leaves you even more confused. It is not that simple. I mean, how do you choose between two parts of your own self? Change is what I'm talking about today. Well, it is something that we all face, but it's not always something we understand. Think of change like a piece of thread, each thread twisting and turning through different parts of our lives. Some threads are thin and almost invisible, while others are vibrant, bold, and full of impact. It's not like these threads will just appear overnight. They twist and turn until you look back and realize how they have shaped who you are today. It's through these threads that our identity is formed, slowly, piece by piece, without us always knowing. However, not all changes are easy to embrace. Some are quite unexpected. One such change is something that many people haven't heard of: reverse culture shock. It is a silent, surprising struggle that comes with returning to a familiar place only to find it practically unfamiliar. For me, the idea of threads of change is not just a metaphor, it has been my reality. I am Megha Jaju, and today I want to take you on my journey of how I overcame reverse culture shock, embraced change, stayed connected to my roots, and discovered the beauty in blending cultures. My tapestry starts in India, extends all the way to Indonesia, and loops back to India. Every thread has helped me shape who I am today, whether it be an experience, a memory, a choice, connecting my past, present, and future. To begin with, I was born in India, surrounded by close family and Indian tradition. But at the age of 2, everything shifted. My parents made the bold decision to move to Indonesia. At that age, I couldn't comprehend what was happening. But looking back, that move was the first thread in my journey of change. Life in Indonesia was a world away from the streets of India. That one day, suddenly I was surrounded by new language, different food, different culture, unfamiliar faces. But we children do have a way of adapting, right? Soon I was singing Indonesian nursery rhymes, eating nasi goreng, tempeh, tofu, and feeling at home in a place that was once so foreign. One of the most interesting parts of my life in Indonesia was the diversity of people I was surrounded with. It weren't just Indonesians. There were Indians, Chinese, Singaporeans, Malaysians, and even beyond. Each person brought their unique identity, customs, and tradition, which created a vibrant mosaic of cultures. We also celebrated each other's festivals, such as Chinese New Year, Christmas. We shared food that introduced us to new flavors and bonded together growing up. What united us was a sense of curiosity and courage. And in just a blink of time, 10 years passed by. And this, once a foreign land, had now become my beloved home. But while I was embracing Indonesian culture, I never lost the roots of my own Indian culture. At home, my family ensured that we were connected with Indian values as part of daily life. My parents taught me how to speak Hindi. We celebrated various different festivals. We ate various different Indian food, and that bonded growing up. Over time, these cultures didn't just coexist, but they blended with one another. While my Indian roots remained strong at home, my experiences in Indonesia expanded my perspective, teaching me to embrace diversity and navigate the different ways of life. Change did not separate these cultures, it wove them together, creating a more richer and vibrant tapestry. However, when I was 12, life brought me full circle. My family decided to return back to India. I thought coming back to a country of my home would feel like coming home, right? But I quickly realized that home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. For a while, I felt like an outsider in my home country, India. People would ask, how does it feel to be back? And I didn't know how to answer. Others would ask, which place is better, India or Indonesia? And that question left me even more confused. I mean, how could I possibly compare two places that had shaped me so deeply? So many times when thinking of moving to another country, people talk about culture shock, the process of adapting to an unfamiliar environment. But what happens when you return back to your own country? I mean, people would realize that it would be so different, right? People would ask, how does it feel to be back? And you don't know how to answer that. So it is a unique experience because it is not just about adapting to changes in India, it's about relearning my roots while acknowledging how I had changed as well. Because you're not just observing the changes in your country, you're tackling the ways you have changed as well. Unlike traditional culture shock where the differences are obvious, reverse culture shock is internal. You look at the old version of home compared to your new self. Experts say that it takes 3 to 6 months to fully readjust. Turns out, I wasn't alone feeling this way. Because studies from the University of Kansas show that 70% of people who return to their home country experience some form of reverse culture shock. And for me, it was an emotional roller coaster. So here's what helped me navigate reverse culture shock. First and foremost, I accepted the fact that change is okay. Reflecting on my growth allowed me to embrace the new person I am today. Then, I stayed connected to my friends in Indonesia, with monthly calls and sharing memories reminded me that I didn't have to leave what I loved the most. And last, I rediscovered India through fresh eyes. These steps turned what felt like a challenge into an opportunity. Looking back, I realized that these threads of change have woven a tapestry of resilience, adaptability, and growth. Moving between two countries taught me that change is not something to fear, but it's something to embrace. It's through change that we learn, we grow, adapt, and discover who we truly are. Today, I am 16 and I carry both pieces of India and Indonesia in my heart. The colors of my tapestry are richer because of the changes I have experienced. Each thread, no matter how challenging or unexpected, has added to the design. All in all, reverse culture shock is not just about going home, but it's about returning to yourself. It has opened me up to a deeper understanding of who I am. My story is just one example of how embracing change can transform us. And the most important lesson I've learned, change isn't something that happens to you. It's something that you create, thread by thread, that is stitched together to make the fabric of who you are. Each thread, whether vibrant or muted, tells a story of resilience, adaptability, and identity. So, how is my story going to impact you all? I mean, why does it matter to hear about my experiences with reverse culture shock? Well, the journey which I just shared, it is not just my own. It is a shared human experience. Change is universal, and each one of us has our own tapestry crafted by our own experiences. Whether it's moving countries, changing schools, or adjusting to a new phase in life, these threads of change bind us all together. My story serves as a reminder that change is not a disturbance, but a transformation, a moment in life where you learn to adapt, you evolve, and you grow. By sharing my journey, I hope to inspire you to embrace any change in your life with curiosity and courage. Whether it be moving to a new place, a personal challenge, or even as the smallest thing as learning a new skill. Every thread you weave adds to the richness of your tapestry, your story, that will in turn build with full of resilience, adaptability, and identity. At last, I leave you all with a question. What are your threads of change, and how are you going to weave them into your own tapestry? Thank you.